Steve, who's a product specialist with FMIC. Hi Steve, good to meet you, brother.
Good to meet you.
Steve's going to give us a bit of a run through the new American Performer Series.
This year we're proud to present American Performer. We had the American Special line for many years and it kind of come down and down, and it was time to bring back that sort of entry-level price point for USA products. And we filled it with all kinds of new features, some updates, some upgrades, and these guitars are extremely cool. All of the 6-string guitars feature jumbo frets, 9.5-inch radius. Also, they feature our new classic gear tuning machines. What's really killer about these, on the front you've got a classic vintage style post, vintage keys, but you'll see here it's held on with a bushing. On the back there's no screw mount, and it's an 18-to-1 gear ratio, so super tight, really great. That's on all the guitars, and it gets super easy to string with these type of posts. Measure it out, cut it, wind it, you're ready to play. Another great thing on our Strats and Telecasters this year for the humbucking models, we've got our new double tap humbuckers. And what that does is it's already tapped in its original position so that it meets and matches the output of the other single coils. When you go into single coil mode, it activates the double tap technology, which unhooks one side and then gives you the full coil of the single coil so that it matches output for there as well. There's very little drop, if any, that's noticeable, and it sounds like a real single coil instead of a super anemic, you know, half of a humbucker. So that's one of the coolest things that we've got. We've got some Jazzmasters that we've added to the line, simplified with a Stratocaster tremolo, and then Mustangs are new for this line as well. We've completely redesigned the mechanics of the tailpiece so that it comes back really nicely and goes to zero it out. Also, you can't help but check out all the great new colors. We've added some satin sonic blue, satin surf green. We've got this really nice yellowed vintage white, and one of my favorites that we call aubergine. It's got this thing, you get it under light and it pops. One of the greatest new satin colors that we're doing is satin Lake Placid blue. So here it is. But it's satin, so it just feels like $1 million on your arm.
Wow, that looks fantastic.
It does.
Really
These Mustang bridges, we've added some support for the trem arm. Inside, again, it's completely redesigned. Okay. So those big springs are gone. Okay. It essentially works just like a 2-point Stratocaster tremolo, except it's all underneath now.
Right.
And it is incredibly smooth, like, you know, sort of like the nicest arch top you ever played. When you use this trem arm, it feels just like it. But you can also give it a good jab and have it do that sticky stuff like a Strat would do. So cool. I freaked out. I'm a big Mustang guy.
Me too, yeah.
The tremolos on these are incredible. Sorry about no arm.
No, don't worry, brother.
It's the show. People like to borrow them and not bring them back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it even looks kind of better machine than the kind of previous versions.
And so if you check it out, just like a properly set up Strat with a floating tremolo, it's up a little bit so that you get a nice range back and forth. These are also with the screws that adjust the height of the tailpiece. Makes this guitar
so you can dictate the brake angle over the bridge.
You can,
right,
but it also helps with the setup.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You put them on, you end up dialing these in a little bit, and unlike any other Mustang you've ever worked on, with a vintage style trem, it sets up in a minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, beautiful. My old 65 was a bitch to set up.
My 65 was pretty rough as well. And with the popularity from the Offset series that we introduced a few years ago, and the JMJ Mustang bass, and people are loving them again and getting into it, the guitar players, the producers, so it's great seeing Mustangs come back and really rock it. And so that's the American Performer guitars. You want to check out some basses?
Let's do it.
All right, we've got all the tradition here that you expect out of a Fender bass, but the pickups are all new. Everything has been rebalanced to make it modern, but you roll your volumes back a little bit, boom, you've got that vintage, that round, that great sound that everybody expects out of a Fender bass. The Mustang bass pickups are completely redesigned. Jazz bass and P bass splits, also redesigned. These are our new Yosemite single coils. Alnico 4, which is not a magnet that gets used a lot, and they sound incredible. They really do get that quintessential Fender sound, just with something new on top. It's got a shimmer and just this response that is spectacular, especially on the basses, because they really work with you. P basses, you know, it's a PJ configuration, and they want to have that versatility in a single instrument. And you know, we give players what they want, and we do everything we can to give you a tool that you can do whatever you want with, and it's going to keep on working. The jazz bass is still everything that a jazz bass should be. It's great. The basses we've done with a medium jumbo fret instead of the larger jumbo tend to be a little bit smoother for the larger strings, not as much push down. They play really, really smooth and beautiful. And we're using our USA tuners that we use on all the American Pro and Elite stuff. So you've got really nice tuning capabilities, and you can get really nice and tight in there. And again, all the great colors are spread out throughout the line, and a lot of fun. A nice, refreshing line here for Fender, and sort of the beginning of the US product. So we hope you go out and get one, come see our guys, and heck, get two, they're small.
Yeah.